And good afternoon, East Alabama and West Georgia. Dr. Don back in here with you as we continue our severe weather coverage for Alabama and Georgia this afternoon. We have several active warnings and watches that are currently active across Alabama and Georgia. Those purple areas that you see across, let me zoom out so you can kind of get a perspective here that pretty much the entire northeast, central, and southwest areas of Alabama and northern sections of northern Georgia are under a tornado watch at this hour. We anticipate that tornado watch to continue getting pushed off to the east as this line of thunderstorms continues to move across the area. All right, so the National Weather Service has just now issued a brand new tornado warning. This is for an observed tornado. Let me just read the text of this to you. This is getting into central Alabama. The National Weather Service in Birmingham has issued a tornado warning for northern Chilton County in central Alabama, effective until 12:30 p.m. this afternoon. At 11:36 a.m., a tornado-producing storm was located near West Centerville or near Brent, moving to the east at around 50 miles per hour. And so this is radar confirmed. This is a radar confirmed tornado. So if you are in Chilton County, anywhere in central or northern Chilton County, you need to go to your safe place. And let's just go in and take a look at this particular storm. This is going to be the storm coming out of the Brent County area. I'm sorry, the Bibb County area over there just south of Brent. And that's going to be moving on off to the northeast. So there's a couple of things I need to do right quick. First of all, let me switch over to the Birmingham radar because we were looking at that from Atlanta. So let's go a little bit closer to home. And so we can zoom in and take a look at this. Actually, we have a couple of different areas of rotation lined up that's going to move right into central Alabama. Let me switch over to the base velocity so we can pinpoint exactly where we're talking about. And so there you go. Pretty significant indication of a tornado there just to the east of 219 or just south of 82 where it comes across Chilton County in central Alabama. Don't see a lot of population in that particular area, but you're going to want to make sure that if you're in central or northern Chilton County, that you take cover immediately. The storm will cross over Highway 82 just to the east of County Road 219 as it continues moving on off to the northeast. So we will check a couple of things here. So Jemison in 25 minutes, Thorsby in 26 minutes, Blue Springs, which is over in Coosa County, in about 46 minutes. And if it holds together in about 50 minutes, Talladega Springs, you would be in the path of this storm. So again, it's over here in Chilton County. It's moving off to the north. It's actually in Bibb County right now, but it's about to move across the northern sections of Chilton County. If you're anywhere north of Clanton, especially traveling I-65. If you're up here in Alabaster, you do not want to travel south. If you're in Clanton or anywhere south of Clanton traveling north, you want to get off the interstate right there at Chilton County, at Clanton, at the Clanton exit, maybe go over to the Peach Park and hang out over there until this line of storms moves through. You don't want to be on that stretch of I-65 between Clanton and Alabaster as this line of storms is moving through the area. So we'll switch back over to the reflectivity and we'll show you this is just a strong line of thunderstorms. It's pretty significant this morning or early afternoon as it moves on off to the east. We have a severe thunderstorm warning now that is in effect. And I'll read you the verbiage on that one. This is a severe thunderstorm warning for northern Talladega County in east central Alabama and south central St. Clair County in central Alabama. We welcome those of you by radio that's joining us over on God's Country and East Alabama's Classic. And we know that this is in the heart of your coverage area. So if you are in northern Talladega County or in St. Clair County of central Alabama, I would treat thunderstorms this afternoon just as though they were tornado warnings. These severe thunderstorm warnings could go tornadic at any moment, anywhere along this line of thunderstorms. So, if a severe thunderstorm warning is issued for your county and your particular area, I would go ahead and go to my safe place just to be on the safe side and be prepared in the event that thunderstorm does produce a tornado. And then again, that as we go back down the line, we have a severe thunderstorm producing a tornado. It is confirmed over Bibb County, just south of Brent, now to the southeast of Brent, moving to the northeast, about to move into northern Chilton County. If you're in Chilton County, anywhere north of downtown Clanton, you should be in your safe place as this storm approaches from your west and southwest. If I'm not talking about your particular location at the moment, then you don't have anything to worry about. You folks over there in Clay, Randolph, Cleburne, Tallapoosa, and down into Chambers and even Lee, you're okay at the moment. This line of thunderstorms is still well off to your west. Yes, you will be dealing with this, but you've got some time. You've got time to prepare if you're over there in extreme East Alabama and West Georgia. Another hour or so before this line of thunderstorms would start to impact those counties that I just mentioned. But you do need to be prepared to go to a safe place. If you're in a mobile home anywhere in East Alabama or West Georgia, you should be evacuating your mobile home and going to a safe place right now. And I'm talking to you folks in Clay, Randolph, Cleburne, Coosa, Tallapoosa, Chambers, down into Lee County, and even over into Georgia, Carroll County, Heard, Troup, Harris. Or if you're in the path of this line of thunderstorms anywhere in Alabama or Georgia, even up into Tennessee, if you live in a mobile home, this is the kind of weather that you do not want to stay in your mobile home. You need to have a neighbor, a friend, or family member close by where you can go and ride out these type storms. Heck, go somewhere and go shopping. It's safer than staying in a mobile home during this type of weather. And so from the National Weather Service, they're continuing the tornado warning. This is over in West Alabama for Marengo County. That is in effect until 12 noon. So about another 14 minutes on that warning. And then they're also continuing the tornado warning for Bibb County. At 11:43, a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located over Talladega National Forest, or about 7 miles southeast of Centerville, moving to the east at 55 miles per hour. Let me read that to you again, folks, because that is strong verbiage coming from the National Weather Service. A tornado warning continues for Bibb County until 12:15 p.m. Central this afternoon. At 11:43, a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located over Talladega National Forest, or 7 miles southeast of Centerville, moving to the east at 55 miles per hour. Now, will that particular tornado affect East Alabama? No, most likely it will not. But could another tornado form when this one dissipates? Yes, it certainly could. This is just giving you a good example of the type of weather we can expect this afternoon across East Alabama and West Georgia. Does a tornado affect everybody in the eastern half of Alabama? No, it does not. Tornadoes typically affect a relatively small area. But if you happen to be in the direct path of that tornado, then it is obviously significant and dangerous. So you got to pay attention to what's going on this afternoon and be prepared to take cover immediately if a warning is issued for your particular area. Doesn't mean that everybody's going to deal with severe weather. As a matter of fact, most of you will not. But if you're the one, then it is significant. So that's why we're trying to blow that horn this morning and this afternoon to get you ready for the possibility of significant severe weather across East Alabama and West Georgia. You do not want to be traveling in an automobile in the path of these storms. That's why if you need to leave a mobile home or if you have somewhere you need to go before the storms get here, you need to be wrapping that up right now. You don't need to be in an automobile. You don't need to wait until a tornado warning is issued before you evacuate a mobile home. You should have already started that process, and if you haven't, do it now to get out of the mobile home before this line of thunderstorms moves into East Alabama and West Georgia. And folks, understand, when we reference East Alabama, we're talking about Talladega, we are talking about Coosa, we're talking about Elmore, Tallapoosa, Clay, Cleburne, Calhoun, Randolph, Chambers, Lee. When we're talking about West Georgia, I'm referencing Carrollton up in Carroll County, Heard County, talking about Troup County and Harris County. Those are our primary coverage counties here on Dr. Don's Weather, and those are the counties we're talking about when we reference East Alabama and West Georgia. And when we're in live severe weather mode like we are today, if I'm not talking about your particular community or town or road, then that means you have nothing to worry about at the moment. We'll tell you where the storms are. We'll talk about those communities that are in the greatest danger at the moment, and we'll tell you the direction they're moving in and the speed that they're moving so that you can determine if indeed they're headed in my direction and about how long it'll be before those storms get to you. If you don't understand direction, north, south, east, or west, if you don't know how to read a map, if you're not sure what your county looks like on a map, then you need to educate yourself, and that's very easy to do. All you have to do is Google Alabama State County Map, and then find the town. You can see where you are on the map, and then Google direction, north, south, east, and west, and you could learn which direction north, south, east, and west is. Then you can determine where the storms are, where they're going, and whether or not they have a good chance of affecting you as they move off to the east. So it is virtually impossible, or I should say literally impossible, for me to talk about every single little bitty town across East Alabama and West Georgia all the time. I will do that when threatening weather moves into your area, but it's just impossible for me to give an update for Roanoke, turn around and give an update for Wedowee, turn around and give an update for Ashland when we have a tornadic line of thunderstorms across central Alabama that is headed in that general direction. At the moment, if I'm not calling the name of your town, you have absolutely nothing to worry about for now. So that's kind of the situation that we have at the moment. Very strong line of thunderstorms moving across central Alabama. It has been increasing in coverage and intensity over the last couple of hours, which is exactly what we expected to happen. So let's see if we have any updates. We do. Here's an update from the National Weather Service out of Birmingham. At 11:48 a.m., a confirmed tornado was located near Talladega National Forest, or 10 miles east of Centerville, moving to the east at 55 miles per hour. So let's go back down to that particular storm. That's going to be where you see all of this lightning right here in central Alabama. The storm is still in Bibb County at the moment, but it's about to move over into Chilton County. And again, if you're anywhere north of Clanton, you need to be taking cover in Chilton County. If you're over here in Bibb County on the eastern side of Bibb County, close to the Chilton County line, you should be in your safe place. Let's go back to the base velocity, and we will zoom in and take a look here. And this general area is where we would expect the tornado to be, right there where you see that arrow. Jemison in about 14 minutes, Thorsby in 15, Blue Springs in about 35 minutes, and if it holds together, Talladega Springs in about 39 minutes on that tornado warning. So again, we're talking maybe a mile wide either side of where you see that arrow. and then that path continuing off to the northeast. That's the area of greatest concern, though there could be damage on either side of that arrow. And tornadoes often, when they grow very strong, can make a right-hand turn and go from a northeast motion to a due east motion, and sometimes even a southeast motion. So that's why you see this cone or polygon that the National Weather Service issues, even though that's much wider than the tornado path would be. Everybody inside of that polygon should be in their safe place just in case there's a wobble or just in case the tornado were to change its direction by just a little bit. Can make a huge difference downstream. So that's why if you're inside that polygon, you need to be in your safe place at this time. Another update on that same tornado, the National Weather Service office in Birmingham at 11:50. A confirmed tornado was near Talladega National Forest, 11 miles east of Centerville, moving to the east at 50 miles per hour. So we know we have a tornado within this storm, and we know that we are getting debris signature on radar. So we know that we have some damage taking place. Our hope is that debris signature is coming from tree debris, and you can see it there, those blues. Right there across Highway 139 in Bibb County as it heads towards the Chilton County line. In this tightly coupled area would be debris aloft in the higher levels of the atmosphere. This stuff we're seeing down here in Chilton County at the moment, that is not debris signature, but right here around Highway 139 in Bibb County, we are seeing a debris signature with this particular storm. So back to the reflectivity, and you'll see right there where that hook is. That's where we would expect that tornado to be at this hour, just right there along Highway 139. Maybe crossing over 139 at the moment. Understand that the way Doppler weather radar works, it can be a minute or two behind real time. So this storm may be a little further advanced off to the east than what we're showing you here on the screen. That's why you need to, if you're downstream from this storm, you need to go ahead and take cover because it could be much closer to you than the radar is showing. And then we look to the north up there, just an incredible amount of lightning. We probably have some hail falling up there as well, all classic signs of a significant tornado moving through extreme eastern Bibb County, about to move into western Chilton County, north of Clanton. You folks down here in the city of Clanton, if you're down here in Maplesville, you're okay. This storm is going to track across the northern sections, the eastern sections of Bibb and the northern sections of Chilton County, probably crossing I-65 well north of downtown Clanton, probably right there where Highway 191 and 31 and I-65 all come together. That's where we would expect that tornado to cross up there in Chilton County. So zooming back out, again, no problems at the moment for East Alabama, though I would expect that tornado watch to be extended further to the east pretty much at any moment. We should get notification of that expansion, which should include all of East Alabama and West Georgia when that takes place. And then we have a new severe thunderstorm warning that has also been issued. Let's go up here and take a look at that one. And this is going to be a severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 12:45 for northern Talladega and south central St. Clair County for a severe thunderstorm moving right there pretty much along the I-20 corridor this afternoon. And so, again, I would encourage all of you to treat that as a possible tornado storm because it could go severe at any time. So that's the latest information for East Alabama and West Georgia. You folks up here in North Georgia, I'll switch over to the Atlanta radar right quick, and we'll show you that we do have a tornado watch, which is to the west of a line from The Lumpkin County, White County line all the way back to the Alabama state line. White County is not included in the tornado watch at the moment, but again, I would expect that to change at any time now as well. Very strong line of storms moving through northwest Georgia. Good news at the moment, we have no severe warnings in the state of Georgia. Even though we do have a very strong line of storms moving through from Rome all the way up to around Andrews, North Carolina. That'll continue moving east and southeast throughout the afternoon. But again, the good news here is no severe warnings up there in northwest Georgia at this time. We'll continue to watch this for you, and we'll come back and give you more information as this line of storms gets closer to East Alabama and West Georgia. Severe weather coverage continues.